Okay, so in this video, I will be going over my individual project 2. So in this project, we were tasked with performing create, read, update, and delete operations on a SQLite database using Rust. And so I'm going to be going over each of the important files in this project. First of all, we have the .yml file, which is a workflow file that builds, formats, lints, and tests the Rust code. And then additionally, something else that we haven't done before is that it generates an optimized Rust binary as a GitHub Actions artifact that can be downloaded. Next, we have the library Rust file. This contains several different functions. Extract, which extracts a data set from a URL and creates a file path within the repo. Load, which transforms and loads the data set into the local SQLite database. Create, which creates a new table with the appropriate column names in the database. We also have read, which displays the rows of the data with a simple select query. And then update, which updates certain fields of the data. And then finally delete, which deletes a table from the database. Then we have the main Rust file, which just runs all of our library functions on our dataset of interest and gives us some example output. Specifically, in this case, we're using the grocery dataset, which is linked here. Then we also have a test lib file, which just contains several different tests of our functions from the library. We have our TOML file, which contains the build of the package, as well as the dependencies that are needed for this project. And then finally, we have the make file, which has several commands for building, formatting, linting, and testing our code in Rust. So yeah, now I'm going to go over within GitHub Codespaces. We're going to do a run of the project and see what it does. So we've already created a code space here. We have all of our files open. So as mentioned before, library, we have all of our function that we need. These are all written with the help of Copilot. So previously I wrote all of these functions in Python, and then simply by using Copilot, it was very easy to translate the Python code into the Rust code, and then everything ran quite smoothly. So we have extract, load, create, read, update, and delete. And then in our main file, we run all of these different functions on our grocery data set. And then tests here in our test library file. And then here's our TOML, which builds our package and then also establishes our dependencies. And then make file, again, having all of these Rust versions of format, lint, test, and run. So yeah, now I'm going to start by installing Rust. So we install Rust using the following terminal command here. I'm just going to copy it from this website. And we paste it in there, and then this will install Rust for us. So yes, proceed with installation. Okay, so we've installed Rust, and then we can just do a cargo run, and then that will run our main Rust file. So as you can see, we've extracted data and loaded data, and then now we're going to do the proper queries that we want within Rust. So that will take a little bit. Let's see what else here. Yeah, so we build using cargo run, and then we can also run the test using make test, and I'll show that later. But here's the output from those. So yeah, we'll just wait here for a second. Okay, so that run of the main Rust file gives us the queries that we want. So we did a query here. We selected several of the rows from our data that we wanted, and we also did some read, update, and deleting of tables. And then we can also run our tests using make test. That will run the tests in our test library file. And then as you can see, all of our tests are passing. So our project runs very well. Thank you so much for listening.